Good morning, everyone, and happy spring. It is actually a wet, rainy day here in Northern California. We have a exciting Noro yarn to tell you guys about today. We'll talk about our grand prize, give away a daily prize, talk about what we're wearing, etc., etc.
Good morning, everyone.
And I'm very grateful that the Comcast business people are done before we started, because occasionally as they were drilling into the wall to attach cable, it was making some really cringe-worthy.
And the guy was on the ladder right in front of the door. So, but we're all done now.
You guys have to tell me if we're grainy on your end, because I might need to double check my Wi-Fi if we're grainy for you guys, because it might just be my computer. But I want to double check.
I haven't seen anything.
What you guys say. I will start talking about our fabulous new grand prize for the month of May. Oh, Stacy said yes, very grainy. So let me tilt it down for a second. All right, hopefully that clears up, because I confirmed the Wi-Fi is off on my phone. So if it stays grainy, I got nothing. So hopefully it will clear itself up. It's like the internet forgot how to handle the rain already. So for our grand prize, we have a very fun one that Danielle is actually bringing the rest of it in next week. She's got a couple items to add from La Bien-Aimée. But what we have to show you right now is one beautiful skein of smushy cashmere in that gorgeous assigned pooling colorway Bollywood. Which is that kind of espresso brown with a turquoise splash. We have 3 different of our assigned pooling patterns. Today we'll talk about this beautiful Parisian Assignment one. It's this really fun, like, boomerang triangle shaped shawl with this little tiny kind of spiky stitch detail that you only do on right side rows, so it gives you that texture that stands out just on one side. And then it's got a little sawtooth border and sawtooth bind off. Then, as another little added goodie, we also have a set of our iridescent rainbow stitch markers. There are 16 of them on here, and this is the small size, which fits up to a US 8 needle. So they will, of course, play well with any of these projects if you need to mark stitches.
Sorry, grabbing my water.
All right.
And then some special thing from La Bien-Aimée.
I know what it is. It is a very nice addition. Everything all together makes the grand prize valued at about $125.
That's
so
cool.
It's pretty awesome. And that, to get entries, it's any purchase made during the month of May. So it can be big, it can be little, it can be classes, it can be yarn. Every time you check out here in the boutique, online at natiqueyarns.com, and even over the phone with us, is all going to get entries. And then, because we want to let Boss Lady do the honors, on Friday, June 2nd, that's weird to say already,
Good God,
we will draw to see who the lucky winner is. Good morning, everyone.
Hi, Danielle, Boss Lady.
All right. So, on to our daily prize, which is one beautiful, super bulky skein of yarn in this really fun speckle pattern.
Oh, I like that one.
It is 100% Peruvian wool. It is a 55-yard skein, which is just perfect for our Scapegrace hat, which is this like big chunky cable on a reverse stockinette stitch background.
55 yards. So that's half a football field, apparently.
I'm impressed that you know that, because I'm like, a football field is long.
It's 100 yards. So we shall see who is the winner.
Okay, so So
I see how it is a little choppy from up there.
I don't have any fix for it because I already turned my Wi-Fi off. There's nothing else to do.
Okay.
So to get entered into the daily drawing, you're going to interact with the video. So reactions are going to get you 1 entry each. If you comment on the video, you're going to get 5 entries per comment. And then if you want the most entries for the least effort, you just click the little swoosh, share to your stories. Oh, it's not showing up again. Hold on. I don't know why that works, but we just go with it. So then wherever you share, just come back to that day's video and comment shared to and where. And you're going to get 11 entries per share. And then we have to use a different comment picker today because all the technology is acting up this morning. I mean, maybe it's just Facebook. Maybe it's not even the internet. Because I could not connect to our usual comment picker. So we will use
rain.
This little guy, which doesn't look like much.
So, boring looking. But that's okay. If it works, it works. It's loading all the comments.
I tested it once. It worked this morning, just very slowly. So we just have to be patient with it as it slowly goes through all of the comments. And then it will give us confetti at least, so that's nice.
Maria, I love that. She said 100-yard dash to grab the yarn ball.
Ooh.
See, we could play football.
We could have a 100-yard dash. We could have a 100-yard yarn dash.
Yeah. Here's our fancy little kits.
Right, it's working on it. It's almost there. All right, I think it's gonna go.
Okay.
Ta-da!
Linda Fisher Simpson. And I believe you are not local.
She is not.
So, next time you make a purchase, just let us know you have a prize and we'll put it in your package with you. But if you are local, just come on by and let us know that you've got a prize in the cabinet. We'll pull it out for you and hand it right over. Always come see us. That's always exciting. Pretty sunflowers for Danielle's mom.
All right. Yes, Mother's Day is sneaking up on us too, which is craziness. Like, that's next weekend.
Yep,
already.
I thought it was this weekend, but good thing I
It
looked.
feels like it should be, and I don't know why.
I thought it was always the first Sunday, but
Because I don't know, because it's always been very close to my birthday, so it's,
yeah.
you know, I know it's about halfway through the month, but I don't know why it feels like it should be earlier
Hmm.
this year. I don't know why. My brain is weird.
Thanks, Patty.
Okay. Let's start with a pretty pink, because we all know that we
Yay.
like pink just a little bit around here. So this is the beautiful Madara from Noro. It is a worsted weight, definitely on the heavy worsted side, so almost Aran. It's 60% wool, 30% silk, 10% alpaca, and is 220 yards per skein. This is color number 24, which is a beautiful rosy pink with those tweed flecks of emerald and cherry and persimmon. There's some indigo.
Yes, it's very fun. And the silk in there definitely helps it.
Right? Silk gives it a really nice feel, a really nice drape. It's just a lovely yarn all around. You guys, it's a different color, of course, but you guys can see a beautiful sweater knit out of it behind me. That is Sia, S-I-A. Or I think like number 28 because it was originally in one of the magazines.
It holds good stitch definition.
Yeah, it has really good definition. It'd be good for cables, be good for lace.
Lots of pretty. Lots of good colors.
Yeah, here's more of kind of an orchid purple. Color number 23.
Oh, that's pretty.
Have to shift them as we go because we're going to get too many to all fit in one spot.
Birdie. Some lilacs, and again, all the fruity colors in there.
Yeah, it's funny because normally the colorful tweeds are just like red, yellow, blue, which makes it very like childish because it's just the primary colors. It doesn't give it that upscale vibe, but because they mix so many other colors in here, it gives it a nicer look. Like it looks like yarn we would want a sweater out of, not just knitting sweaters for the kiddos.
And of course, this one doesn't have as bright.
Yeah, this one, they did
It's a little more
change
subtle.
it from color to color. So the navy blue is very subtle. This is color 18. They kind of mostly did like a really dark teal, some indigo, some rust. But you can see, like you can see really well right here, a couple shades of blue.
Mm-hmm. That would be a beautiful men's sweater right there.
Right? I know there was that one really cute zip-up one I saw the other day too, and no one asked me to remember the name of it. I don't remember. So definitely a good sweater yarn. Like here's a good one. This is the Towns sweater. All right, a little bit higher turtleneck. If you like mock turtleneck look. If you don't like that, you can just only do an inch of ribbing. It's very easy to alter that. It's a drop shoulder, so you pick up and knit the sleeves. You can tell hers are super long, like look at with her arms down at her sides.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't want super long sleeves, you just take the measurement that you do like in your sleeves and you only do that. Voila. Problem solved. Like length is a very easy adjustment to make. You just stop. And this has a great range of sizes from a 37 to a 68 at only $9.82 at $18.25 for the yardage.
Ooh.
Oh, we really like this sweater. This is the Felix pullover. It has this cute little like wing yarn over pattern for the raglan increases. So instead of that straight line of eyelets, you get these little arrows. Just a little touch of detail on an otherwise kind of classic simple sweater.
These would be really fun in that.
And this one has from a 39 to a 57, and you know that's going to be a fast knit. Size 8 and 10 needles. Yes, please.
I could probably whip that out pretty quick.
Right? You could do that by Tuesday too.
Yeah.
And then we have the Novice sweater by Petite Knit. You can see it's got kind of a round yoke shaping. There's an increased line here, and then another one here. You can always kind of see it and when she has them on the hanger that it has some decent shaping as to how the armholes are set in so that it's very flattering on. Like she has a really good attention to detail for making sweaters fit nicely. I love these pictures where it's like one sleeve is half done. And that one has sizes from a 35 3/4 to a 63 1/2. But I have lots more colors to show you guys. And I'm sure Susan will be linking lots and lots of fun projects for you guys. I see one already that I'm like, ooh, that's pretty. All right, let's shift into a brighter, more tropical blue. This is color 19.
This is really pretty.
I can see you using that one.
Yeah. It's showing up a little more blue, but it's a little more turquoise.
Yeah, it's more of that, you know, the tropical water blue that's a little bit turquoise green. Like it's that blue. Not quite cerulean blue because it's a little greener. And they did definitely put in lots of like emerald green, charcoal, cerulean blue, almost cobalt navy in the tweed. So you're getting that very gorgeous blue-green palette.
That would be so pretty.
Right?
They could even stripe some of these.
Oh, yeah.
That would be fun.
Oh my gosh. Patty, that's funny. She said the girls are howling at the top of their lungs for us in the yarn. Uh-oh, I have one of those voices that makes the dogs howl.
They have good taste.
Your neighbors are probably like, could you live farther away from us, please? We were just talking about that yesterday, that hounds just are naturally loud dogs. They only have one volume up.
I don't know. This one's really pretty,
right?
Too.
This is color 8, I think. Yeah, 8, so which is like a apple lime green.
They're so good with their colors.
This one has a little more colorful in the tweed flecks, but still not quite as colorful. You've got more of like a springy grass green, a forest green, a rust, a pumpkin, a little bit of like a darker, like dark chocolate color, a little olive. So you get a little colorful, but not crazy.
Their stuff is just so pretty. Their colors are amazing.
Right. For my yellow peeps.
This would be kind of cool, actually.
Color 9. It's like a really pretty, like canary yellow with the flecks of pumpkin and an almost black brown, this denim-y gray blue, emerald green.
Yeah, there's lots of colors in this one.
But it's like they even on the more colorful ones, they did really good to make it sophisticated colorful and not crayon box colorful.
Right.
Not that I don't like crayon box colorful.
And that's what?
But there's a time and a place for that.
200 meters, that's 230.
It's
maybe?
220 yards.
Okay.
Yeah, the internet is definitely funky monkey this morning. But you mentioned stripes. Here's a good stripe pattern for you. The super simple summer sweater.
Right up my alley.
Little round yoke, easy increasing, kind of color blocky stripes. There's a little ribbing at the bottom because, again, no really pulley, please and thank you. Although, I think this is weird, personally. Ribbing and then roly poly.
Yeah, like 2 rows of
Like
something.
no, just stop with the ribbing. Don't do the little 4 rows of stockinette or whatever that is, because it's like it defeats the purpose. Why do you have ribbing and a rolled edge? You have to. I feel like you have to pick one. That's
would be super
that's my
cute, though.
sweater judgment for the day. Pick one. And that one has sizes from 36.5 to 69. She recommends 6 to 9 inches of positive ease, but like we always like to tell you guys, just do the ease that you like. If you like 2 inches, do 2 inches. If you like 4 inches, do 4. Ignore them on what they say, because you know how you like your stuff to fit. The designer knows how they like their stuff to fit.
So most of the time, designers will say in their, 2 inches of positive ease, like, is incorporated in the pattern, right?
Well, if you're looking at finished measurements, no, that is the exact finished measurements of the pattern.
Okay.
So if they say, let's say they say the finished measurements are 30 inches, just because that's an even number.
Mm-hmm.
And they recommend 2 to 4 inches of positive ease, that means you need to measure 26 to 28 inches around.
Okay, I get it.
So you have to do a little math.
Yeah, because everything's so clear.
Clear as mud.
Yep.
I love this one by Andrea Mowry.
Oh,
This would be one that I would pair Madara with one of the more colorful self-striping Noros like Ito or Silk Garden, because you've got this beautiful checkerboard pattern with the self-striping colorway that would just really pop using Madara as your solid. And that's an Andrea Mowry pattern, so we all know that's a good pattern. That one has a 43.5 to a 74. Right, there are lots more colors. We're going a little more neutral. Let me bring the brights up just to make a little room here. We've got kind of a pretty like olive green, color 21. And then it's got kind of the deeper fall colors for the tweed. You've got the forest green, the dark chocolate, a little caramel, a little rust.
I like that one too. My dad would love this color.
Oh yeah, you could make him something. Because I mean, like one skein would be great for a hat, 2 skeins probably for a scarf.
Could do a vest or something too.
Yeah, if he's a vest wearer, this would make a great vest. Then if you like more true neutral, this is color 10, this beautiful kind of toffee brown.
Ooh, I like it with the dark blues in there.
Yeah, it's got that dark like navy blue, the rust, the dark chocolate. There's some, like if I kind of pop it out right here, there's some forest green. So again, a little more like fall earthy colors on that one.
Nice. Yes, it would go good with hazel
Oh
eyes.
yes, that would be, either of these actually would be great for hazel. Then we have color 17, which is kind of a blue charcoal gray. Like it's slate because it has that slight blue tint to it, to where it's not quite a true gray.
And it is showing up all the little different speckles in there.
Yeah, this one has like almost like a plum color, some navy, some cranberry, a little emerald.
It's nice.
It's amazing the colors that start to pop out the more you like rotate the skein around.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have, well, this is a great pattern for it. This is the one
Oh, yeah.
that I think you've made 3. You
Yes.
can't have enough of this top because it's just comfy to wear too. This is the Seven Sisters top. It's a really easy bottom up sleeveless top. You kind of cap sleeve-ish, but there's really no knitting sleeves. You just pick up and knit this sleeve edging that's ribbing, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing craziness. So very quick, easy project. It only takes 600 to 900 yards for a range from a 40 3/4 to a 57.5.
Nice. Ooh,
This wild horse. I don't think I've seen this one
that's
before.
cool.
This one reminds me of like the Comfort Fade a little bit, but that's DK weight. So if you like the shape of that but want a faster worsted weight sweater, here you go, Wild Horse. It's got that beautiful garter stitch shawl collar and really nice details. Like it's a garter rib instead of a regular rib on the cuffs. They even did a little garter rib column in between your raglan shaping lines. So just cute little details to zhuzh it up just a little bit from a basic sweater design. It's really cute. I could see making this because I probably need another wear all the time sweater besides my Rimrock cardigan.
Yeah, yeah.
And this one has a 33 to a 62.5.
And it would be beautiful in any of these.
Right?
Oh,
Oh, here's a fun like 2 to 3 skein project depending on how big you want to make it. This is the Drift Lines cowl. You can see they made it really big. You could easily make it smaller.
Well, that's a neat detail. I like that.
It's like a little slip stitch on a garter stitch background, and then this really fun textured, it's like almost all garter rib looking border. Very textured looking that way. But like if you wanted to make it smaller, instead of continuing this slip stitch pattern after you're at that join in the round stage, you could just switch to this border, because it is definitely a kind of oversized cowboy cowl. So that would make it so you could probably get away with like a 2 skein version, because it's $4.66 for the smaller size.
It's cute though.
It is very cute. And this yarn would make the stitch pattern show up very nicely. Alright, I have 3 more colors.
Oh.
We have more of a foresty green, like a sage forest, because it's toned down. This is color 20.
Pretty.
It's more of a subdued green versus the brighter of this one. This one has kind of really dark, subtle tweeds. There's some of the rust, there's some emerald, there's some like dark plum and navy. So your tweed is not taking away from the neutralness of this color. Then we have this beautiful chocolate color, color 22. And the tweed in it is mostly warmer tones. There's that plum, there's the rust, and then there's a little bit of like that emerald green, which makes it to where like if you were striping these two, they'd go together really nice, because this has a little green in it, this has a little bit of chocolate in it. So they'd play very well together. Then last but not least, color 15 is this kind of mauvey pink white. This has been a very popular color. It's very similar to the one in the sweater, but it's got kind of like almost cornflower or periwinkle blues, some spring green, some pumpkin, some blush, a little bit of vermilion, that brighter red, pink, orange. So that one's one of the just a skosh more colorful choices.
Okay, I want to put them in.
Oh yeah, those, like if you wanted a little bit of an ombre effect, I want to like move this down so they're all the same, but wouldn't that be pretty? That is 23, 24, and 15.
Nice.
That would make a gorgeous ombre if you're a pink purple person.
They just know how to do color.
They have a really good palette. Like you can see it just in, even grainy, like you can see it in the video when you're panned back and you can see all of it. That there's some really nice neutrals. I have to fix the tags, it's driving me crazy. They have to all be mostly the same, except for this poor guy who lost his sleeve.
These two would be pretty together.
Right, like the neutral, it's like you've got kind of the more neutral, dark, more fall palette, and then this little brighter spring, summer combination up here.
Yes.
Ooh, this is a fun one. Saranda cowl, which the way it's knit, it could also easily be done as a scarf because it is worked sideways and then seamed. But this is a perfect project for this yarn. It's going to have just the right amount of stitch definition to show this beautiful elongated cable pattern with the seed stitch border, reverse stockinette background. There's a matching hat if you want to make a matching set. Here's a rhubarb pink one for Boss Lady.
I like it with the
navy blue
tweed in there.
Tweed and cables just have a look, like they go together really well, and I think it's because of all of those like Aran sweaters. This one would be 3 skeins for, let's see if she says how long it is. for a 53-inch circumference. So if you don't want it that long, only do 2 skeins.
Yeah, just so you run out.
It's very much, because it's knitted like a scarf, it's very much one where you can knit to any length you want. Then, okay, I'm kind of excited about this one because I love her patterns. This is the Tentacula Cowl by Jenny Noto. Look at that stitch.
Do the next one down. You can really see it in there. Look at that.
That's Rio's.
That is crazy.
In Archangel.
That's very cool.
I can see myself doing that because I love that color too. But this would be great in this yarn because this stitch pattern is going to show up really, really nice. Probably a little more like this one. Like, even though this isn't a tweed, I think it'll be a little more like that one for how the pattern shows up. Very viney looking.
That's a really neat stitch pattern.
And this is one of those that she has the range of yarn weights. So this one's going to be in like the probably 240 yard range. So you could do a 1 skein version, probably on the size 8 and 9 needles. All right, one more. The Colorado Climbing Cowl. Just a little ribbing and then some welts of the rounds all purl or all knit. Yarn over, knit 2 together. SSK yarn over, knit 2 together. So you're alternating back and forth.
It's a good practice one.
And I like that, like the sections, like this one's like 1, 2, 3, 4, then 3, then 2, then 1. And then as you go, you have 1 welt in between each, and then the 2 again, and the ribbed border. A very fun project for just getting the hang of knit 2 togethers and SSKs, really. And this would easily be a 1 skein project because that's right in the middle of her yardage range here. All right, so that is all the beautiful colors of Madara. So we'll talk about our upcoming classes next and then what we're learning.
And don't forget, live with these lovely candles. Mother's Day's coming.
It is, and candles make great presents.
Yes.
And it is still cool, at Mother's Day time of year, it is still cool enough to ship candles without, fear of it being molten.
Yeah.
Because in California in the summer, it's a little sketch on pretty much everything. Things that might not melt, but it still probably melt in California. Okay, so coming up on Tuesday, May 9th, we have the Lewisian Shawl class. This is the one that is 3 colors of Dream and Color Cosette. You want solids or semi-solids. Like you can see this lighter gray has a little bit of variation in it, but not a ton. And you want contrasting colors, so like light, medium, dark, or like this is a light, dark, and a bright. So that you, every time you do this beautiful starburst section, that it always shows up. I don't know if they call it a starburst, but I think it looks like a starburst, especially in the shorter sections.
I really like this one.
And in that class, we're going to teach you the increased shaping, the striping, and that really fun stitch. So you're going to get a lot of new skills out of 1 2-hour class.
Nice.
Then on Friday, May 12th, we have the Tablon Cowl. This is a worsted weight cowl done in, the sample is classy cashmere, but Madara would work. And that'd be beautiful because the texture would just really pop in a solid color like that versus mine's a variegated, so it's a little more colorful and crazy because that's how I am.
That's really pretty though. It's a fun stitch.
Very easy, knits and purls, and then a knit below stitch on the 4th round. Like nothing hard. But it'll be fun for you guys to learn with the knit belows, like where am I going? What am I? Because once you do it, you're like, oh, okay, why didn't the pattern say that? Like, they tried. They always try. We all try. But sometimes the visual is what makes it, and that's what classes are for. Then on Tuesday, May 16th and 30th, we'll be doing the This Way, That Way shawl class that you knit this section going this way, and then you pick up stitches and you knit this section going that way. That's the class name.
Yep.
And this is 2 skeins of Cosette. We do have kits for this one under the OIS Love Shawl Kit, or any 2 skeins of Cosette in a solid or semi-solid. But we're going to teach you this beautiful lace stitch.
And it's not hard.
And that'll be session 1, and session 2 will be how to pick up the stitches so that you can do the little side wings.
The sweater's borrowing it.
Being borrowed. Then on Friday, May 19th.
She's running to go get that one, that sample.
We have the Getting Smocky With It class, because this is a variation on the smock stitch technique. So you do the smocking stitch first, and then on a following round, I don't know what number round because I didn't knit this, we'll say 3rd or 4th, and then you pick up and knit the strands with the current stitch so that it tucks them up into this little flower when it's turned this way, or little like rainbow arch when it's turned that way.
I'm doing a sweater now that's similar to that.
Oh, are you?
You strand
Oh, yeah, you
it,
are.
and then you pick it up on the 4th time around. It's really cute. I will show you guys.
And that is Friday, May 19th. Then on Tuesday, May 23rd, we have the Slipped Dots hat. This one is done with one of the Jefferson Beanie hat kits, or 2 colors of worsted weight yarn of your choice.
Kits.
You have a little bit of pre-work to do the knit through back loop ribbing. If you don't like knit through back loop, just do knit 1 purl 1. No one's going to rat you out. And then in class, we'll teach you that beautiful mosaic slip stitch design that makes up the body of the hat. And this one is shown in our exclusive color, which is the abalone with the prickly pear. It comes with the leather tag, and it even comes with the fuzzy gray palm, which looks much cuter when it's not in a plastic bag.
I think there's another color.
Like light gray, white, and then a black palm with kind of the white tips.
That would be cool too.
Then on Friday, May 26th and June 9th, we'll have our Parisian Assignment shawl class. So that one is that assigned pooling stitch that you only do on right side rows, a sawtooth border as you go, and then a sawtooth bind off edge. And Patty Palmer was nice enough to let us borrow her version in Cobalt Comet, so you guys can see the Dream Color version.
Why, that's not Dream in Color?
That is Love the Enemy.
Oh, yes, of course.
That is you have to go to Paris to get
it. Yeah. Or you can come here and get just slightly different colors.
We have lots of great colors, because you could do it in our Froggy Kisses, the Cobalt Comet. We showed a whole bunch of assigned pooling colorways in yesterday's video. If you want to see,
here's our fabulous store. Come and sit down in our lovely pink chairs and have a little break, chat,
cozy section,
knit.
All right, and then we'll talk about what we're wearing, and then we'll go pull orders and get ready to open the boutique.
Okay.
So I am wearing Graphica by Casapinka. Again, as referenced, I do sometimes love Crayola crayon box combination of colors, so no judgment when I say rainbow, because clearly I like rainbow. This is originally designed for 2 colors. It's just Fair Isle knitting, which I know somebody just went, just Fair Isle. It's just knitting. Like, all
really
knit
isn't.
stitches. You just have to be able to count.
Yeah.
And we've got lots of on-demand classes about Fair Isle that we could teach you about carrying floats for longer sections and stuff like that, so that your tension is nice and even. But it's not as scary as it sounds. Please don't be afraid of Fair Isle.
Yeah, it's just
let us help
knitting
you.
around.
Yeah,
right?
it's just knitting. It's not nothing scary. And then I used mini skeins to make mine colorful because
Why not?
2 colors. Why would I do 2 colors when I could do 15? And then we'll show what Karen is wearing and Shujin. Because she just linked hers, so I know she's coming out.
I'm wearing Twindom. Sounds funny, but it's nice. It's very cool. Just bulky, and it's a big crescent with yarn overs and quick, super quick, because it's on like size 13, 15 needle.
And that's out of Rasta, right?
Yes.
Was that 2 skeins or 3?
Probably just 2. I can't remember. It was a while. It was last year.
Yeah, we forget what we did because we knit a lot of things. And then
It was perfect with my scarf.
in a pretty purple flower.
Hi, Susan. Hi.
Paris in Berlin with beads. It was not written for beads, but
But she has a bead problem.
I do. So everywhere there was a pearl dot, I put a bead, and then I had to figure out what row to drop it in over the smock stitching. Those 2 words are hard.
A little like Fabergé egg look on that part.
That's pretty.
Yeah. Love that
A
one.
little gorgeous cowboy cowl. We got lots of so pretties out of that one. All right, we'll turn this back around and we'll sign off. Thank you guys so much for watching, for sticking with us during the terrible internet this morning. And we will be back on Tuesday live again, but we'll be open from 11 to 5 today. And any orders placed today, I'll try to get them all packed up so that I can drop them off at the box store on the way home, so that your stuff can be on its way as soon as possible. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you again on Tuesday. Bye.
Bye.